These people are lying to you. Most of these people are lying to you. A lot of people are lying to you. And this is why I always say you got to find your own way. You got to find your own truth. Figure out what you believe in and stand on it, because these people are not here to help you. And you can say whatever you want, but I mean, if you just look at what it is unbiasedly, these people are straight lying to us 24/7 because, well, that's the American system. That's just, well, not even the American system. That's the system that we have let the world make for us, meaning the rich get richer and the poor get poorer and the middle class gets screwed over, because that's how the system is written and we let it be written like that. See, the first thing that I kind of want to cover about this is, that we've been in this 19 situation for a minute, and it's horrible to see anybody lose their life, but at the end of the day, life is only temporary, and I hope whoever lost their life in COVID, rest in peace, and I hope we get out of this as smooth as possible. But it's very, very, very rocky right now. The one thing that doesn't sit right with me is during the pandemic, the New York governor wrote a book about the pandemic and got it advanced at $5 million. So as the whole world was broke, lost their job, couldn't go outside, couldn't do anything because of this virus, he wrote a book and made $5 million on the advance. And this is in New York. This was a hot spot when COVID got here. And I think we can all agree on that because that's just a fact. So this guy wrote a book during the pandemic and made $5 million off it, just the advance. And then the icing on the cake is Dr. Fauci also wrote a book about the virus or the pandemic or whatever you want to call it, whatever. It's potatoes, coming out in November, I believe. But it's like, were you guys not busy? How are you guys able just to write a book when the whole world's locked down and you're the health official and you're the governor of the hotspot? How are you able to write a book? It just doesn't make sense. And if the New York governor got a $5 million advance, I don't even know what Fossey is getting. They say it's not millions, but I mean, he's still making money off it. And the fact that they're profiting from a pandemic is just like, it's mind blowing, because they shut down small businesses and they made people lose their job, their confidence, their happiness, everything. They messed up so much. And it wasn't just them, but it was everything around them too. Well, it was really the virus, which we don't know where it came from, but the way they handled it and the way they capitalized off it seems a little fucked up, because when the governor of New York is signing a $5 million publishing deal, someone's getting kicked out of their house because they don't have enough money to pay the rent because they lost their job because the state forced that place to shut down, as that guy's making $5 million. Dr. Fauci is the guy that's supposed to figure out where COVID came from and how to fix it, and we still don't have answers, surprisingly, about where it came from. But this guy also had enough time to write a book? And then you go into his emails, they weren't leaked. It was more of a release to the public, and people fished through him and seen all kinds of stuff. And he went from you didn't need a mask because there wasn't enough masks for the first responders to you need a mask to you never need a mask. My thing is, COVID is very, 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 very small, like a nanometer. Actually, it's 20 nanometers to 500 nanometers large or small, because nanometers are like atoms and molecules. He even came out and said these paper masks, cloth masks don't work, which, I mean, it's common sense. If you look at the size of the virus and look at the quality of your mask, it's like shooting a BB gun through a fence. It's going to go through every time because, well, there's no protection. And I'm going to throw up this chart right here, kind of letting you guys see a nanometer in size compared to what 19 is, and then you can see like, holy shit, that was ridiculously small. And then we also got to remember that not just America, China, Canada, Russia, Mexico, everywhere is all ran off power and wealth and status and ego. I feel like that's the main four. So why do they care about us? Why would they be like, we need to do what's best for them? I always ask people this question. They get mad at taxes, and I'm just like, but would you fix the roads if we had zero taxes? And they're like, no, because that's my hard-earned money. Well, that's selfish of you, and you're only thinking about yourself. So why do you believe they're not only thinking about themselves in this situation? Because most humans kind of have the same routine. It's survival of the fittest. We're very selfish creatures. But if we're just talking about the US, there's 331,450,000 roughish people in the US. Just the US. What makes you think they like care about you, about your family, about them down the street, or anybody else? They're just doing their job, getting paid, and making a place for himself because, as we discussed, most humans are pretty selfish. And then we got, the multi billionaires, dude that's supposedly saving the world, Bill Gates, super close with Epstein, which actually brought him to a divorce with his wife because he was too close to Epstein and they met after he was even a sex offender, a child sex offender. Let's get that clear. Also, Bill Gates doesn't seem like he wants to help the world, he wants to control the world. Because logically, if you wanted to help the world, you would give out all your resources to everybody else and let them run with it and make their own. Because ultimately, it's about how fast we can get out of this, not how much you can make from this. And that's what the New York governor showed us. It seems like that's what Fauci showed us, and that's what Bill Gates is showing us, is how much money they can make out of a pandemic. And I hope this doesn't sound like no tinfoil hot stuff. I'm showing you guys all the documents that are lining up with this. And you can make your own decision, whatever it is. I don't necessarily believe people are evil. I just believe people walk down a road so long that it becomes normal and they become well, again, we are just selfish human beings. We only think about ourselves for the most part. You got to think like if these people have power, status, wealth, they're going to do whatever it takes to keep it, to grow it. And that's why I'm a big believer in you got to question your surroundings and figure out the game so you can get out of the game. I'm not necessarily saying become a billionaire or multi-millionaire and run the world. I'm saying be financially free, get some assets, understand what that is, understand what money is, understand the power of it, how to use it, understand taxes, the laws. Because when you're screaming it's not fair that I get taxed so much and it's not fair that the rich people don't get taxed enough, it's because, well, they know all the loopholes. They employ mostly everybody, and those people buy houses and groceries, and that keeps the economy growing. It is what it is. I mean, all I'm trying to do is hopefully open up somebody's eyes to being conscious enough to make your own decisions, do your own research, because I think that's what we lack in 2021 is being conscious and really understanding what the world is giving to us and showing us. We are so delusional by what they tell us and feed us. I think a lot of people tend to forget that the media is a multi-billion-dollar industry and they make multi-billions of dollars each year off of your eyes watching them. So just some food for thought. I don't know. Could be some tinfoil hat shit, whatever it is. I hope you guys appreciated this type of content. I hope you learned something or questioned something after this because God damn. But with that being said, guys, if you like this type of content, I would appreciate it if you dropped a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you got to do to stay in the loop. My name is Derek. We're Flip and Drip, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.